Welcome to That Card Collectors Podcast with your host, Ian Taylor.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I sound like some sort of Cockney Sparrow, don't I? Hello, everybody. My name's Ian Taylor, and I'm from England, jolly old England. And with me, with me this week is Keith.
Morning.
Welcome back to the land of the living. Welcome back. And Jason is here.
Hello.
Marvelous. This week, well, we're going to talk about the hot new set of the moment, and I've got some new sound effects to even kind of talk about that. So if I can find it, where is it? Here it is.
What are you? I'm Batman.
It's metal, baby. I've kept this piece of music from the first time that we played it on the old version of the podcast. That's enough of that, thank you. For Spider-Man metal.
Okay.
And I've kept it, and I've been dying to reuse it for 3 years now, and I've finally got a chance.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
To do so. So yeah.
I thought you were gonna say the hot new set. I thought you were talking about Treasure Island Weekly.
Treasure. No. You know what? I just need to cleanse one moment. We're going to play it again. There we go. There we go.
I'm Batman.
Right. So we're going to talk about Batman Metal because we opened some on our YouTube. And many people joined us to open them and watch it, which was gorgeous. And now that it's been out a couple of weeks, and now that more than one of us has got a chance to open it, and Keith, I know you've watched a lot of breaks. What say you based on what you've seen? Let's give it a little bit of a review. Jason, what were your thoughts because you've done a blaster? Is that right?
I did a blaster. I found one the day of we did the live break, and GameStop had just gotten them in maybe 30 minutes before I got there.
Wow!
But yeah, the blaster. So I like the. I've warmed up to the base design with the border. I think it kind of captures the image pretty well. I think the image design or selection for the most part is good across the board. I'm familiar with maybe half the characters. There's a lot of Batman out there, and I haven't read it all. I think it looks good. It's nice and shiny. The blaster parallel, the teal or aqua effects. Really great color. And I don't know if we want to get into it now, but every single my camera's not going to show it.
Let me. I'm going to make you big anyway. Pop it up to the camera because I haven't seen one of these. So this is the blaster exclusive, yeah.
This is the teal or aqua effects. I don't know why I want to keep saying teal, but I don't. It's not going to pick it up, but it's right here.
Oh,
every single one's got a blemish. There, and I pulled a purple, and
that's not a euphemism. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And the
thing
is, I like the purple with the Batwoman. I thought that looked really good. But
bottom left corner is that? Yeah.
Yeah. But the blasters, and I think other people may have had luck. I was happy. I pulled a Poison Ivy Touch.
That looks stunning. I couldn't believe you got that.
They're really really nice.
They're really scarce, aren't they?
Yeah, they're super nice. And I did pull, and I liked it. This is the Anarchy, which is numbered to 250. Their blaster exclusive.
Nice.
I mean, the foiling design on it's okay. It goes through the whole card. But I pulled a good character, and I like pulling serial numbered cards out of blasters. So the blasters are fun. And I also pulled I love these.
It's their Skybox Premium, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are really nice.
So I like that. And then from a character break I did with Keith Boyle, I got it had like 4 characters in it, and Ra's al Ghul was one of them. And so I do have one of the Harley Quinn number to 75 variants.
Nice.
It's kind of a pink and blue.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 7. It's I'm not sure. I think this takes place of the pink parallel. And I haven't seen. I think some people like this better than the pink. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's
Okay.
kind of muted a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got him. I got that character on the base card, I think. Ra's al Ghul. Is it Ra's al Ghul? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Raz or Rage or whatever. I think
I
that's
think it's Raz. Although
It's
for
been
the life of me, I
pronounced
can't
multiple
find it.
ways.
yeah.
I'm sure it has. Yeah. And I believe he's a bad guy, isn't he?
Yes.
He is.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's also been called much worse. In his time, I'm sure I pulled the base of that one. Anyway, just the one blaster. It sounds like you got your money's worth.
Oh
That
yeah,
Poison
with
Ivy.
yeah, the Poison Ivy touch, the getting a Harley Quinn out of the serial number blaster exclusive. So yeah, I was happy with it. I may pick up some more. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the set. I like the base. I really like the aqua effect. The color on it, it's a little different. But if it's going to have a blemish on every single one, which I've seen other pictures and not every one of them has it, so I don't know.
So is that on the bottom of that just that particular parallel, or of every card, pretty much?
Just in my box, it was just on the and some are worse than others. Just on the aqua effects and the purple were the only ones in my
Right,
box that had
okay.
that. The base was fine, the premiere was fine, the Poison Ivy touch and the Anarchy was fine.
Yeah.
It was just the aqua effects and the purple. So
I've been fair. I think I've been fairly lucky because the hobby box that we did, obviously we had the PMG, which was pretty gorgeous actually.
yeah.
I got the Retribution and the Nemesis parallel. And they were fine, but yeah, my 3 purples. It wasn't quite as bad as yours, but definitely some a layer chip, I'd say, where it's been cut just along the bottom. I noticed it especially on the Robin. I know if I hold this up to camera, it probably won't quite work, but I'll just to show you really. I mean, the audience at home can just imagine. But can you see them just there?
Yeah.
Those,
Mhm.
yeah.
Those front
And that's on all 3 of the purples at the bottom. But I've seen pictures of it much worse from other folks. So, I mean, they're not numbered, the purples, but still, I'd be vexed. I mean, just get a sharper blade. No, I don't know. Is it that easy?
It's really perplexing at this point. They know it's a complaint to the point where their response has been like, "Yeah, we know. Sorry about that." Like, how many sets is it going to take to figure out how to cut the cards? It's very disappointing to a lot of collectors, and it's almost to the point where I made a comment before we came on, like, how are you surprised that this is what we're going to get? Like, this is what's happened. We've seen this going back as far as X-Men metal.
Yes. I mean, Spidey metal seemed to have X-Men metal have kind of blocked out a little bit because I just did.
Spidey metal had it too. Avengers was pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't open Avengers.
Yeah, I didn't have any issue with Avengers.
But yeah, no, I'm just looking. So I've saved a couple of posts. Listen, I mean, we're not gonna dwell on this, but I think it does need to be mentioned because I think it's the last thing I would imagine anyone at Upper Deck wants is for anyone to open a product and be disappointed. in the way that some people have been. Now, as a card manufacturer, especially if you're one of the guys that designed the set, it's like you've done your best at the quarterback, at that bit, and then the guy who's run over the line with it has fumbled it, on the 1 yard line.
Right.
It must feel like that, to use a clumsy sports reference. Why am I still so big on the screen? What's going on there? But I think it's worth watching out. So someone's commented on a post, "Purple is the worst of them all. My other hits have been good." Someone's replied, "I watched the box opening and all 3 of the purples he pulled had the foil falling off the cards." So, yeah, but I think it's worth saying, someone has commented, "I don't understand how Upper Deck knows about this issue and still packs the cards. Then they acknowledge there is an issue, but won't do anything to compensate buyers. Makes no sense."
I think the PMG issue is the worst.
Yeah, now talk to me about that, because I haven't seen that damage myself.
So apparently there's and it shouldn't be this way. There's 2 different pull rates. There's the pull rate for a PMG and there's a pull rate for a clean PMG. And
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's a top right chip. It's almost like someone took their fingernail and like pushed into that a little bit over from the right corner of the card. I think I pasted it into our chat.
You may have done, yeah.
It wasn't in the groups that we're all in. It was in a separate group that someone was complaining about it, but it was nasty looking. It wasn't just it was like a bite out of the card.
Wow. Yeah, here we go. I've got it. Yeah, right. I've got a picture of that now. I mean, that's
tough.
It is. And I know it's not as simple as this, but I remember saying when 2022 Masterpieces came out. Now, Masterpieces, I would say, is apples and oranges with metal, in terms of the fact that metal is a lower end product. It's bigger produced. I mean, it's still, don't get me wrong. It still has the different amounts of specialness to it, but they are different things. I guess my issue with the Masterpieces one was, if you do Masterpieces and you make the sort of errors that I saw in 2022, you shouldn't let it roll out. And I equated it at the time to that scene in Elf, where the guy lets the book go to print and it's got like 2 missing pages of story. Do you know the bit I'm talking about? And it's like, your options are to send it out anyway, or you can fix it. Now, even though fixing it would cost you money, I'm oversimplifying it. I know a lot goes into it with returns to the time on press, the amount of different foiling and substrates and all that sort of stuff. And I know that it's not a simple thing to do, but you can't keep putting out something with this many faults in it.
No, you
really can't.
You're gonna piss people off. I mean, I'm not a grader, and you're eliminating or at least hurting a large percentage of your customer base who's gonna grade this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every card, they're gonna grade everything that's got a number on it.
Yeah,
and you're affecting people's confidence.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a real shame. I think.
And when you can cut thick cards pretty well, because at least those get cut fairly damn well.
Yeah.
What's the issue with these thinner cards? Is this the type of foiling you're using? Is it the foil itself, or is this like just a?
Or is it the vendor that's printing that particular set?
Yeah.
Because don't forget, it's not all of them use the same vendor. I don't believe.
Right.
I was just going to ask that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know who their vendors are. Nor necessarily should we. But
is there a ripping effect that happens when you cut?
Yeah.
Foiled cards? I don't know.
If there is, if I was Upper Deck, and I'm not Upper Deck, clearly, and I love them dearly. I mean, they're wonderful people. But if I was Upper Deck right now, I'd be having a constructive deep dive and saying, okay, why has this happened on this set in more than one place? And literally go back to the beginning and say, right, is it this? No, is it this? Fix it in the recipe. Because a Michelin star restaurant doesn't get a Michelin star if it keeps putting out duff dish.
Yeah.
That's my wisdom for today, by the way. That's as that's as lofty as I get. But
Yeah, especially for them right now, they're in a unique place where they're trying out this new property and they should
yeah,
come out strong.
yeah,
And they did in so many ways in the set. It's a great looking set. I'm happy
Mhm.
with it. There, like I said when we were ripping it, there's parts of me that are jealous that there's not Marvel characters on it.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Absolutely. I
you
mean,
know,
listen,
you just
we've
can't let that
gone
happen.
straight for the Achilles heel of the set. So I think it's worth saying that this isn't us giving the set a bad review in any way.
No,
I think it's just that's the thing that I think people are finding the most issues with.
like medallions came out clean in the ultras,
Yeah. Yes.
and
Yes.
they're littered
And they
with
were
foil.
thick as well. Some of
They're
them.
littered with foil. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So
so
what's
yeah.
this
So
gonna do?
I don't get it. I really don't get it. You know. That being said, the base cards, from most of my experience, look really good.
Mhm.
I don't think that's been everyone's example because someone posted a side picture of a stack, and there was like the same issue all the way down. Mine are clean as a whistle, so my base cards are, you know, I'm very very happy with the base cards. The Skybox Premium look really really good. No issues whatsoever there.
Yeah.
The Clown Prince of Crime lenticular, I think he's one of the best lenticulars I've seen at all. Or, you know, on any
I agree.
set. I mean, it's
Mhm.
stunning.
I was shocked how well that came across on a camera.
Oh yeah, it's really it's beautiful. Uh, so you know, obviously, you know, in one hobby box, I haven't seen all of the different parallels and all the different types of cards. But Jason, your Poison Ivy Touch looks amazing.
It does, and that's a
That's a really tough
I
call.
yeah, I looked at it. It's one in 144 in hobby and 1 in 360 for blaster.
That's a yeah.
So
That's hard. That's hard.
yeah, and I,
I
I
think you beat
looked
the odds there.
I looked at it because it's a real unique die cut.
Mm.
You know, it's got different corners, angles, and stuff like that. And all the corners, I'm not a grader. I'm not going to get it graded, but everything looks good on it. And it's nice, and
Mm.
the gold's shiny, the green's shiny. So
The quality of the foiling looks amazing on
it
it. I have to
is.
say.
It's
It looks really good.
and that was one that I was I didn't think I would pull one and didn't really pay
Mm.
attention to it. When I pulled it out of the pack, I was wow. It looks good.
Good. I'm pleased for you.
And I actually I've actually heard of the Talon, so I was
I hadn't until this set, so I've learnt something. Every day's a first day at school. In fact, there's some characters in this I've never heard of before, and they've certainly made a first impression. I mean, listen, I think the design of the set I think is absolutely superb.
Agree.
I think the character lineup, especially with someone like TJ on your bench,
mhm.
is considered, thought through. You know, I've spoken to people who know DC a hell of a lot better than me, and the general response is it all makes loads of sense. The way they've chosen, you know, what's in there, and the visual representations for the most part are bang on. You know, with where they'd expect. So I think a lot of people are you know, QA issues aside, I mean, loads of people are just really enjoying it.
It's a good looking set.
It is.
Hard, like I said, it's hard to deny it. I really like some things they did, like the base set. I like the backgrounds they chose instead of using like
Yeah.
a layout from a comic to be the background, kind of like
Yeah.
pushed it to the side in there. The border is taking some getting used to. I think I mentioned I'm missing the metal logo. I kind of expect that to be more at the forefront,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
took a little bit of a back seat. The Jambalaya, which is a card that I detest, looks great in this.
Yeah, I
They
okay.
threw away that ugly stained glass background and put some Jambalaya
I
text
have to
back
say,
there.
it looks better in this than it is done on previous sets. But yeah, I know, I hear what you're saying.
100%.
Yeah, I've seen a couple that yeah, I'll agree with you. They look better, but it's still that's low on my list. I've never liked that insert. I don't know why.
The Z forces look
Those look really good.
Cool.
Those look good.
The portraits came out nice. I'm just looking through.
The Arkham Asylum are nice.
The Arkham Asylum nice, and I think we mentioned when we were doing the opening that there was care taken to make sure that those that were on there were actual inmates at some point.
That's
So
right.
that's a cool extra touch. That's the TJ effect right there for sure.
Oh yeah. I saw someone post the Batman animated insert. I can't remember if that's its actual name. Is a super tough pull, and I think
Batman Adventures.
Batman Adventures. That Melfi pulled one and posted it, and I looked at it. I had to do a double, triple take because I was like, "What am I seeing?" Because it's so different to anything else that was in the set. I didn't register what I was seeing, but I know he only shows off stuff if it's really special, And I looked at it and I was like, "Wow, okay," because I'd not seen one to that point. I've not seen any posted in the groups. I don't know.
I still haven't seen a sketch.
If you've seen, I've seen sketches. You open Instagram, and I've been bombarded with sketches. I mean, there's so many good ones being shown off. A lot of the artists are sharing them. Obviously, Upper Deck are reposting them. Upper Deck are doing really heavy lifting on this on the socials. Though, anyone who pulls a sketch, it's in the Upper Deck Ents stories. So I've seen loads, and they're all. I mean, I don't know awful lot of characters, but the ones I've seen are absolutely bang on. I'll tell you who's I've seen a lot of love, and I'm going to give a shout out, is Tim Colon.
Okay.
His sketches in this are getting a lot of love from people, and they're showing them off, and he's promoting them as well. So shout out to Tim on that. I think you're getting some well-deserved spotlight on this one. But I did see someone share a Tom. Did I see a Tom Fleming or Tom Morgan? I think I saw Tom Fleming. And I'm absolutely like gobsmacked that both of those are on sketch cards, especially Tom Morgan. I don't think I've seen a Tom Morgan yet. It must be Tom Fleming I saw. So yeah, I think people are digging the sketches when they pull them. I tell you what I'm missing. I'm missing, and forgive me, this may actually be in there, but I've not seen an image of it, is where the metal logo was in that kind of diamond ribbon across the bottom with the metal logo in the center. Yeah,
that's exactly
I'm missing
what
an
I'm saying.
insert with that on because they had an insert with that style in the Halo set. So I'm thinking even if they had one even in the bloody Looney Tunes set. Because I've got a fucking Bugs Bunny metal with the little metal logo going across in the old school kind of Metal Blasters kind of styling. And
that like half ribbon, where it comes in.
Yeah. It's like the bottom, 20% of the card, with the metal logo in the middle. I really wish they'd done a parallel that was that, or an insert that had that, because that's metal for me.
Right.
That's
it belongs. It belongs on the set.
Call it retro insert if you need to. Whatever
right.
it needs to, whatever makes your checklist work. So I think it's a real shame that we didn't get one of those. Because it doesn't quite feel like a metal set without that.
Agreed.
Especially because you've added that border.
But yeah.
No, they've added that border on the base set, and the logo's on there. It's up in the corner.
It's a big border.
But you've changed the composition. You've changed the composition of the cards, and I guess you had to do something, right? Because you didn't want them to look like all the Marvel cards you put out.
Yeah.
But I think that the metal is an important product. That metal logo is important to the product.
I do like to your point about the background. I do like that on the base card because it's got that wonderful kind of pearlescence. Probably slightly the wrong word, but it's got that kind of vibe, in how light and pink it is. But it reminds me, because it's a little bit kind of geometric and a bit spacey, it reminds me of the background of Marvel Universe 1992. That just goes
a little bit,
yeah. It reminds me of that, and that's not a bad thing at all, actually. And I really like the way the light hits that. So whatever that foil effect is in that background, because it's different to the border, I'm really digging it. Orca's slightly scary with that behind him, but the rest of them it really works. I I'm just looking at Blockbuster, one of the villains here, and within that background, he's obviously just smashed through something, and you've got all these shards of whatever it was that have actually gone into that foiling. You can kind of see them there. It's really cleverly done. So, yeah, I think the border notwithstanding, I think the base cards look amazing on this. If I gave any of these base cards to a 9-year-old kid who was really into his Batman, he'd be like, "Wow!" Do you see what I mean? It would
Yeah,
have that
he'd
kind
be
of thing.
jazzed up. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I kind of want to find a 9-year-old kid who's into Batman to give these to.
Oh, thank God you said he's into Batman.
Yeah. Let's move on. But yeah, quality issues on some of the inserts, notwithstanding, I think it's an absolutely tremendous set, and one that I think people will get really into. I think people are going to go mad when this hits EPAC.
So I have a question about that. Given what we know about the low and the high series and what they've done in the past with the low series, how are they going to do EPAC? Are they not going to release heroes in a physical form? Right? Because in the past, low series was only digital, and you had to combine it to get a blue, a black, whatever, to get a physical. Mm-hmm. High series was physical.
Was it? I didn't know that. I thought all of the base was.
No. They might have taken a different direction on Spidey, but I know for X-Men it was that way.
Yeah, I know Spidey it was all digital, and Avengers, of course, didn't hit EPAC. So I'm not sure there's necessarily a rule to be broken here. They've done it two different ways.
Avengers did hit. Avengers did hit EPAC.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. It had a really teeny tiny release and lasted like 5 days.
It had a cup of tea on EPAC?
Yeah.
It did.
I don't remember that. Jesus.
It did. It was.
Well, now that you mention it, I do remember it because it was in the mad days, as I call them.
Yeah. I think everybody was surprised.
Out of the mad days?
Loosely known as in the trade as 2024. Yeah. Okay. What did they do then, Jason? Do you remember?
I think the high series was physical.
Okay.
But back with the Marvel,
you can't not have your heroes in a physical form. Like it just makes no sense.
They can. They've done that on hundreds of sets, not hundreds of sets, but you've had plenty of sets where none of the
heroes drive the series more than the villains.
I don't know. I think the Bat villains
with Batman, it's a little bit Batman. Different.
The villains are the show. You
don't think people want that Jim Lee Batman card?
Get it. They can get it in a blaster from their GameStop or their Target.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they really want it, there's plenty of them out there. I mean, it's not short printed, the base set, that's for sure.
True.
So I don't think that's in it. And people are going to be, if they're not already, they're going to be swamping on ComC on those base cards within weeks as people ship them in. All the breakers, they just pack them and ship them, don't they? ComC load them up and they sell them. So I think there'll be as many on ComC as there would have been if people had busted them open on EPAC by the time it's EPAC, because I think it's probably a few months away. The biggest question will be, from me on this one, is whether it will go to ComC or whether it will go to that other outfit, the Authority, that they've just introduced as a fulfillment partner. Because, I think the idea is that not all, but a lot of newer sets may be on the Authority, which means
is the Authority more of their thing versus ComC being a third?
I believe so. That's my understanding. I quickly chatted about it with Amanda on the last episode Friday night, Saturday morning, and we were both still a bit scratchy head about it, to be fair. But all I know is that if it's fulfilled by the Authority, you can't transfer it to ComC.
Interesting.
Because the card's not in the ComC warehouse. It's in the Authority's warehouse, wherever that may be.
EPAC has always been on ComC first, hasn't it?
EPAC, since it was born, all the cards have lived in the ComC warehouse because I think they only had one physical fulfillment provider.
Right.
They now effectively will have a second physical fulfillment partner, which means that the cards probably don't even enter the ComC building.
Right.
until someone busts them open, sends them to the authority, wherever they are, whoever they are. They sound like villains. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound good.
It's
It
not.
sounds
It's
like
not. It's
trouble.
not. It's not a. Can I just say? I'm just going to point this out now. I don't. I don't get the brand name. I don't think it's a strong brand name. And I say that. No, I haven't got a marketing degree, but I've worked in marketing for like 2 decades, marketing agencies. I kind of, I kind of know what I'm wondering what the focus groups were on this. I don't know. It's not singing to me. It sounds
No.
like some
It sounds like
shady.
trouble.
It sounds shady. Just in that, I think if I'm being fair and not pissing about, I think it's supposed to be something regarded as an authority and something like an expert, like a safe
Right.
pair of hands. But I think it's unfortunate that it could be read both ways.
Yeah, I know what they're going for,
I
but
know
it
what
just
you're
doesn't
going
come
for,
across
yeah.
that way.
Yeah. So when I'm saying they're going to send it to the I'm going to send you down the authority, they'll sort you out. You won't come around here again after that. You won't come around anywhere because you won't have any legs. That it sounds like that.
You're right.
So I don't know. But I guess what I'm saying is, if the fulfillment is done by the authority, the only way you could get them onto COMC is to break them, have the authority ship them to you, and then
Yeah,
you
send them
send them
yourself.
back to COMC. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. We'll probably get into the authority and what it means once
Well, someone's
we
got to
know a
guinea
bit
pig
more.
it and see too.
Well, yeah, but once we know a bit more, once we've actually done some research and bothered to read up a bit more on it, one thing I do know is I think it's a little bit pay to play. I think you've got to pay to verify your account in the first place,
Okay.
and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I think I know what you're going for with that kind
Shocker.
of thing, but yeah, I don't know. So I'm hoping maybe I put this out there, Jason.
Yes.
Mr. Upper Deck El Presidente.
Oh,
Is
that
it possible that you or someone senior who works on the authority side of things, or Upper Deck who's responsible for that, could come on and tell us all about it, educate us, make us feel better about things, make us want to feel warm and cuddly about the authority, rather than thinking that they're going to come around and break our legs like needles.
Yeah, I'm thinking of zip tie handcuffs right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm going on very little information, and I'm assuming the worst. Mainly because I've had a really, really shit weekend. I'm in a bit of a grumpy mood. But get me in a warm and cuddly mood, Mr. Jason, because I think I want to understand a bit more about your thinking behind why you've gone this route, what it's going to mean for us down the road, and how. Yeah, I mean, why? What would your first question be, Jason? If you're on a blind date with the authority, what would you ask them?
Oh man. Well, I'm looking at their website now.
Apart from their version to capital letters on their website, you're not allowed to ask that.
Okay. I would. I'm not sure what I would ask them. I would say, what would you say you do here? Like, because I'm looking at it and it looks like you can send it and sell it, but like they're grading and authenticating and encapsulating stuff as well.
Yes.
And so yeah, I'm not sure what I would.
I think it goes to the father with the daughter going out on the first date. Like, what are your intentions with my cards here, sir?
Yeah.
What do you intend to do here? And you better have them wrapped up and back by 10 o'clock.
I love it. Yeah.
Just looking at the website and the images, I mean, obviously cards is one thing that we're all associating with, but it looks like it's a one-stop shop for sending your comics, your Funko Pops, your action figures as well. So maybe the focus is more on that stuff than the cards. But that's
which
just
I
me.
understand is a whole different physical thing in terms of
It
fulfillment
is.
as well.
It
so
is.
it could be more leaning into their collect forever ecosystem, which
I was
is
just gonna say that
much
makes
more
sense
that sort of thing.
with
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I don't know, but I think there are going to be sets that are going to go to the, or maybe there aren't trading card sets. I know they differentiate it because
I mean, I still don't have a full grasp on Collect Forever.
I know it's there. I personally I don't use it because I don't collect that sort of thing. I mean, I easy pack for cards. That's my thing. I think it's
Good name from a marketing perspective.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That one they absolutely nailed. Collect forever. No, I think it's I know that when you're on ePack now, they've added a symbol at the bottom,
You can
like
swap.
this COMC C
Hmm.
or the A for the authority
Right.
is at the bottom of items that are physical, so it tells you where it's stored, and I don't think there's been any card sets released yet. There may have been a sports one that's on the authority. I'm not sure. Anyway,
I wonder if this has to do with just an overall rehaul of EPAC. Because it makes me think like Collect Forever came back and it's super snappy versus EPAC, which is still on dial up. I wonder if storing this stuff in a different house is gonna create a new EPAC altogether once they're all done. Once they, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I wonder if
Well,
that's
that's the
the end
thing.
game.
I don't know, but I don't think there's any. From what I've read, I don't think there's any plans. Comsy's not going away.
Right.
There's cards that have
To
been on
get
there.
their stuff
Right.
off of it and start moving it over there, and then maybe the integration will be snappier. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, but new stuff. That's the thing. If you've got Fleer Ultra Spider-Man 2017 cards on EPAC, in 10 years' time they'll still be sat at Comsy, is what
Correct.
we've been led to believe. So
Mhm.
they're not moving. But yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I think the issue with speed on EPAC is partly because there's so much inventory on it. I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm not a website dev. I don't know server loads and
I think
all
it's
that sort of stuff.
I don't think it would take a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, maybe we'll get a
No.
website. That's not a bad idea actually. We should get those website people who build websites on to come and talk to us about it, or even Dynamics, whoever they are who built it for Upper Deck. Anyway, Batman Metal then.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. I really enjoyed opening the box that I opened. I don't know. I might get some. I'm just going to go for the characters that I really know, which is like a handful of them. The Riddler, Joker, Penguin. All those. That classic, the Sinister Six, I guess, of Batman. The ones.
I was
that
going to
came in
ask, is there
first.
something that you're going to chase from this set? Is there something in particular that you like? I remember that first card you saw, the female had she
I
fell in
can't
line
remember.
with your
She
with
fell
your
in.
art.
She was my aesthetic. Yeah, I
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
honestly I can't
Silver
even
St.
remember her
Clair.
name now. I'm so fickle.
Silver St. Clair.
Silver someone. I don't know. Possibly, but it's certainly it's way not a priority.
Yeah, are
It
you going to
really
hit the
isn't a
slot machine
priority.
when it hits EPAC, or are you going to just let it go?
To be honest with you, I'm so poor at the moment for
Yeah.
various reasons that I've been hitting the slot machine a little bit too hard on something completely unrelated.
James Bond.
Because that got released on EPAC last week. And yeah, I've been having fun with that. So no, I'd considered doing a few things. I might get some of the Skybox premiums I love. So I've kept the one of the Riddler and the Penguin. The Penguin, I think, is brilliant. The artwork on that, on
It
the
is.
Skybox premium. So I've kept those two, and I've kept the base of the Jim Lee Batman. So I'll just pick up a few cards I like, but I'm not going balls out to rainbow anything.
God, we're going to see that Batman for forever.
Yeah, and not I'm not mad about it. It's a great image.
I just mean it's going to be on every set to the end of time.
Oh right,
It'll pop
okay. I thought well, I'm hoping they don't because in theory And given that they've said they've got such a good relationship with DC, I would hope that it's going to. I would hope we're going to see a slightly different era in terms of comic art reuse with Upper Deck, because I think Marvel did it in a certain way, and I think DC do it in a very different way. I think there's room for them to have conversations with DC.
Yeah, there's a much bigger, broader access to the library.
I think so, and I think
Mhm.
DC and Upper Deck, from what I can gather, seem to be working together really well and really closely on it, in a much less hands-off licensor kind of
Right.
way,
Right.
which is how I perceive the
That's
Marvel
cool.
relationship to be. So I'm hoping that's not the case. What I thought you meant was it's going to be like the Mr. Stan Lee card from Marvel Universe 1990.
No,
It's the
no.
one that you see graded. I mean, people will be grading that up the swahuli, and it will look nice.
No, I know where one of the things we've said is that the art selection is fantastic in this, and I just wonder
Yeah.
if 8 sets from now we'll be saying the same thing, or we'll be like, oh, here it is again.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I think we'll
hoping
be
they keep it
seeing.
special.
I think we'll be seeing a lot of Jim Lee Batman because he actually did quite a bit.
For sure.
But
for
I
sure.
think we'll see a lot. I don't know if we'll see the same. Hopefully, we won't see the same image because there's plenty to.
That's what I mean.
choose
There's a
from.
lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I'm thinking about the art, I go back to that story that TJ told on the Upper Deck's own stream that they put out a few weeks ago, which you can find on their socials, where TJ was talking about the artwork for I think it was a Robin card, and it was specifically pulled from a house ad that only ran once back in the 90s or the noughties, and it hasn't been seen or used since.
Oh, that's
anywhere.
cool.
And
Yeah.
they specifically asked if they could use it. Do you see what I mean? So as
Yeah.
long as there's that kind of curation going on, I think you're in pretty safe hands if you're into your DC as much as.
And I think it was on with when TJ was on with Amanda and Keith. I think that Batman image that's used on the base set is
It's
from
Hush.
but it's from a Wizard magazine preview or some. It's from some kind of prelude to Hush that
Okay.
I think was not in Batman. I think it was in Wizard or something like that.
Okay.
It seemed like it was something.
You know what? It might have been a promo poster of some sort. It might have been. I mean, I know the image. The second you see it, oh, Jim Lee, hey, because
Yeah.
I've seen that image 100 times. I've had it as a phone background at times where because it's him. There's a Catwoman on there. Like I know what the poster looks like. If I
Right.
can. Oddly, I bought my first Batman comic in 10 years this week.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. It's working.
What'd
Well,
you get?
Well, Deadpool Batman came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh. So it was
And
because
there's
it was
a- there's
Batman.
a-
It was
there's a-
because it was Deadpool, maybe.
Well, I got it actually because there's a variant cover that has Nightwing and X-23, and then there's a side story in the comic with Nightwing and X-23.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay.
But the crossover with Batman Deadpool was very good too.
Okay.
Do they get it on in that side story?
They try.
Okay. Yeah, it's those blades, isn't it?
There's an attraction.
It's going to make your eyes water. Right.
They grow up so
Because
fast.
because I want to, apropos of nothing, and because I know Jason's dabbled in this as well, we are going to talk about
Bond. James Bond.
Oh, nice.
because as I said, it has just. I've only got the two, by the way. I haven't got Sean Connery on here yet, or Roger Moore on here, or George Lazenby on here, or even David Niven, because he did it on the radio back in the day.
There's a game coming up, by the way, that looks phenomenal.
A Bond game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks very good.
I had to be very careful not to say bondage game there, because that would have been a whole different kettle of fish.
No.
Yeah, listen, I'm not really up on modern gaming at all, but give me a GoldenEye on Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah.
Or a Knight. What's the other one called? Knight something. I can't remember what it's called now. I've got it over here somewhere on the Xbox.
No, GoldenEye was the one, man.
Yeah.
You play any of those level songs or anything, I'm jamming out.
Yeah. I tell you what, I've been jamming out a lot to the soundtrack to Spyro, because my daughter's had another bit of a Spyro resurgence recently on the PS1.
Oh, wow.
And
She loves that. You've been talking about that game for years.
yeah. She kind of got interested in Minecraft, but now she's come back to Spyro. And I still it still blows my mind that it's Stuart Copeland from The Police did the soundtrack, and I'm like,
Really?
wow, yeah, and it's banging. It's really good. Fun fact: Stuart Copeland from The Police also did the theme tune to The Equalizer back in the '80s with Edward Woodward.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, if Edward Woodward loses his D, it becomes Iwa Wuwa. Anyway, let's move on. So, No Time to Die, James Bond, was released on EPAC. That joke fell so flat. It didn't even get a smile. You're just smiling more at my reaction
Right
to
over
it
me.
falling
It went
flat.
right over me.
You're not awake yet, though, are you, dear?
Oh no, I'm up now. The coffee's in.
Oh, good. So, No Time to Die. We recently opened this, I believe, a couple of months ago. We opened a physical box. Did we do that on Instagram? I can't remember now.
You may have done
Have
that
we
one
even
with
talked
Amanda.
about it? No, I think I
feel like
saved
you
it
did.
for this. I think I
Maybe.
saved it for this. I have a feeling, because I've got about 3 episodes that I've not dropped yet. I have a feeling it's one of those where we talk about it. So, yeah. Sorry, Upper Deck. I've been a bit shit, and I haven't released that one yet. But anyway, but we opened it, and I think at the time, if I remember correctly, I think I was a little bit, not sure. I'll just refresh your memories, and this is just for the folks on the podcast. You know, I think I was a bit. You know, the base cards were okay, but I wasn't bowled over. I mean, it doesn't help that the image in that one is almost an extension of the background of the card. So let me hold up a different one. You know, and it does veer massively between portrait and landscape as well. I wish you'd kind of make up your mind on it.
Right.
You know, and some of the images are better than others. Obviously.
So that kind of looks like a Polaroid.
A little bit.
Yes, it does. Thank you. I've been racking my brains to think what the portrait ones look like, and that's exactly it. It's a Polaroid.
Yeah.
Trying to hold it still, but yeah. That being said, there were some banging images from it because it's Bond. You know, it was one thing Bond movies always do is they always look really good, and therefore, if you're going to lift screenshots from a Bond movie, they're going to look pretty good.
Yeah.
But obviously, some of them are just like static things. Some of them are kind of like action things, and some of them are that.
Yes.
And the one thing I'll say about
Hey, girl.
No Time to Die.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say about No Time to Die dropping on EPAC is it's Simp City out there. It's properly, people are thirsty. I've been getting crazy trade requests. There's one particular card, Spectre Spotlight, where you got a 3/4 shot of Ana de Armas in that dress that's cut open down the middle. And even the digital base, I'm getting people giving me crazy offers for it because they just want to, like, you know, ladder it up and combo it. But yeah, people are going nuts for it. And also, there's costume relics. She's got some single costume relics. Now, none of them say screen worn. Okay, they all say used in the production. I think that's because, and based on conversations I had with Rittenhouse when they, you know, about their Bond license era, you know, Eon Productions give you a truckload of stuff because they always have more than one copy of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's why, and I think that's probably what was happening with Marvel when they moved from worn on screen to used in the production of, because they'll have, you know, 5 or 6 physical versions of most of the outfits, at least, in most cases, because they have to, because people get dirty, you know, special effects, things get torn, you know, all that sort of stuff. So there's always more than one copy of, more than one outfit.
You don't want to encourage card sniffing.
No, you don't. You don't. No. That being said, there is a single costume relic. There's 3 of them actually. I think 3 or 4 of them that are of the satin dress where she is pictured barely wearing. Okay.
Right.
And it's a single costume relic. There aren't a short number of them out there because they've obviously had multiple versions of this costume. Yeah, the piece of swatch in the card is really small. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
people are wanting like $150, $200 for them. I mean,
Yeah, I've
I know
seen
it's
that.
only been out on EPAC for like 4 days as we record, but it's like, calm down, calm down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it really. It kind of makes me slightly embarrassed for my species. But I understand the Daniel Craig ones being a bit more expensive than say the Ben Wishells or the Primo, the guy with the robot eye. So I get it. But I'm not sure that her costume relic should command 4 times the value of Daniel Craig's. Don't know. What say you, Keith, as a hot-blooded male from New Jersey?
I mean, there's a whole
There's a
subset
whole
of
psychological profile thing we can
no,
do.
there's a whole subset of the internet that is dedicated to weird kinks and things. So
Yeah.
it doesn't shock me whatsoever.
I know. I
Um,
just find it so bizarre.
it doesn't shock me at all when you say that, but it's also like you said, it's disheartening. It's
Yeah.
upsetting to know that the star of the movie, something similar goes for a third of the price of this sliver of dress on this one person.
Right.
Yeah. It is
And
really
it's not like she's
interesting.
dead. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
I could understand an appreciated value based on life or death, or
Yeah.
if she was in another movie that is now like the biggest movie ever fucking seen. So, like, there's no appreciation to the value of the character.
Yeah. Yes. Plus, she was in the film for like 12 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. But one thing I will say is that it's the way they've constructed the laddering of the achievements. I think they're autos, the achievement cards. I haven't really looked at the big achievements too much, but people are obviously going crazy for them. So I have been managing to piece together the single costume relics slowly, and I did pull one of her costume relics on my first day,
Mhm.
and I definitely saw hotter hits on the first day because I'm on day 5 now, and I'm pulling Bupkas.
How is
But-
Impact doing, by the way?
How's it doing?
So
Last
there
time
was
I
a-
spoke, it was fine.
There was a post the other day in one of the groups about someone being upset about trades being impossible to pull off because of so many inactive accounts.
Well,
And
yeah,
I was just thinking that I don't think I've logged into EPAC
yeah.
outside of maybe this show where we've had
Mm.
I've had to cite something, so I jumped on. But besides
Yeah,
that, maybe Bella's set was the last time I logged in.
I guess it depends on whether you've still got active collecting goals that you want to achieve.
And I feel bad because every time I log in, I see, the trade timed out, and I kind of feel bad.
Well, there's a fix to that. Switch it on so it sends you an email when you get a trade offer.
It does, but I have
you're one of those. You're
I
one
have
of
a
those
garbage-
people.
I have a garbage email for everything I sign up for
Yeah.
that very purpose.
It seems like it's been a little slow. I've gone on here and there, and I think they've been releasing a lot of hockey stuff, which definitely has an audience.
I just logged in and I see there's 10 different hockey products not sold out.
And like,
I immediately thought of Amanda.
I messed around with the Treasure Island a little bit, and that was hard to get trades because not many people are buying that.
Yeah.
It seems like it's ticked up with the bond with this new set. It's ticked up a little bit because it's more affordable than what was the Black Diamond?
I just clicked over to it. It does look very affordable for one thing.
Yeah, I mean it's
that's why Ian and I got
Yeah.
nuts with it. Yeah,
I think it's $6.99, $7.99.
$7.99.
Are you comfortable talking, Ian? Is there an achievement you're going for, or do you want to wait to say that?
No, I'm not. I'm going for the costume relics, autos, and no, I'm not doing the achievement chase. I haven't got enough money for that. I've probably put slightly more on the credit card of this than I should have done. But anyway, No, I think I'm probably going to rainbow a few cards. Because I've seen them so much. There's some images that I'm really liking. So I went back to the physical box that I opened, and just for this I think this is called the Heracles parallel,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's the one that people are going crazy for because you need them in volume. So I've been having people offering me lower character costume swatches for like 10 of these, and you get one a pack. But you need a fair few because you have to get them to Heracles Rainbow, I think, and then you get an achievement if you get a Heracles Rainbow set. So
Yes.
you have to burn through quite a lot of product to get one of the
Just to
elements
get-
you need
yeah.
for the big achievement. So those have been what I've been basically I've been surfing a little bit on the achievement, hunters as I often do. But in the physical, I realised I got the teal, which is numbered to 1007, I believe. Yeah.
Hmm.
So having said what I said at the top of this segment, I'm probably going to rainbow that one because I think it's a decent looking card. There's a few other images I'm probably going to go for as well, but I'm kind of slightly undecided. I don't think either of these are the Bond in action shots that I want, but they're both very serviceable.
Hmm.
But there is another one I quite like. I really, even though it's quite a small in the frame thing, I really like this image of him at the end. Like
Yeah.
literally the last shot of him in the movie.
Yeah.
You've seen the film, both of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Audience spoilers. Just before he dies. Okay. So that one.
Yeah.
But
So
equally,
he had time to die, I guess.
yeah, he did. He did. Equally, I really like this one of Daniel Craig and Lea Seydoux together towards the beginning of the movie because there's a rare Daniel Craig smiling. I just think it's a really nice image. And I happen to also get the ice cut parallel of that, which I still think is a really weak.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those on EPAC.
Yeah. And this one, because I think this actress is absolutely stunning, Lea Seydoux. I think that's a beautiful image at the end. So, I'll probably do, I don't know, 5 or 6, but I'll pick them up on Compsy once all the fuss has died down.
Do you have any of the World of Bond cards in hand?
Yes, I have. I do.
'Cause
I do.
I'm curious of how those are, or
They're not quite along the lines of the solar flare effect, but they're not far off it. They've got these
Oh.
circles.
okay.
They're shiny, but with circles in the background. You can see it as I
Very
Yeah.
faint.
turn it.
Or at least
Yeah.
it's coming over faint.
Yeah,
But
they're
yeah, I see-
better
I see
in
them.
real life. If I was on my iPhone, you'd see a lot more better image, but I don't have card cam set up. The teal version of it, which I seem to pull more the regular version, are kind of the same, but they've kind of got that greeny.
Mhm.
Okay.
They're all right, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
go
the
for those.
scans look like a little more vibrant color in
Yeah.
the scan. So
Um,
I was curious. And what about the Spectre?
Didn't pull any of those in
Okay.
hand. I will say this though: if I was going to put together a base set, and I'm tempted to do this, because a fully numbered base set is actually quite satisfying to do, especially if you go a lower number. And I know from Eternals, I've got all the golds out of 99 now, and I'm only 4 away on the purple out of 15. So, it's quite satisfying to do. But if you wanted to do it for this one, the teal are actually better looking than the base cards, I think, and they're all numbered to 1007. So that is a very doable. If you are going to put together a base set,
Mhm.
put together a numbered base set.
Mm.
There's plenty to go around. And like I said, some of the images. Now, there is someone who was posting on day one. I haven't seen them post since, but they're going for serial number 0070.
Okay.
Savage.
Yeah, and they're paying and trading well for it.
Yeah.
So,
That's a glutton for punishment right there.
yeah, I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be tough. I tell you, the one I really like, and the gold parallel of these is out of 7, numbered to 7. It's the black and white. I just think they look so nice because there's that foiling, which isn't coming across at all. Just there, you see it, and it's nice, and it's on the movie name as well as the update logo. They're just really nice, and they're beautiful images. So I think there's some really good elements to the set. They're not just a number are needed for the parallel, for the achievements, which I'm kind of glad by. But they're kind of thick shadow boxes, so I don't think I'd ever necessarily collect them.
Is that
quite a
the?
lot of room?
Not
Not just
just
a number. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I pulled one of the
See how thick
horizontal.
they are.
I pulled one of the.
Sticky.
Yeah. So
I
you've got not just
pulled,
a number, you've got those that are puzzle, and then you've got the logo version, which is horizontal, where you see the full kind of logo.
Yeah,
there.
I like that.
They're okay. I think the signed versions of those as well. I think some of them work better than I think. This one I might keep. 'Cause like I said, I think the actress is stunning.
Yeah.
I think she's really good in the role, and she was good in Spectre as well. So,
Mhm.
What's your favorite pull so far?
funny enough, I traded for it and then I pulled one. Is the which is always the way. So one of them is up for trade. Is the director of the movie signed?
Okay,
Kari Fukuyama, I think his name is.
and that's on EPAC.
Yes. I pulled. In his auto only appears in the horizontal version, which is annoying because it's the portrait ones I'm collecting. But as it's the only version of his auto there, I'm going for it. So
Right.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I'm interested in that auto just because he was associated with at least the first season of True Detective.
Oh, he's directed some really good stuff.
Yeah.
And what about you, Jason? Have you pulled anything that you really like?
Yeah, I pulled a couple teal bases. Teal bases I like, but I pulled a Q autograph.
Ben Whishaw.
Yeah, Ben Whishaw. It's the horizontal, but it looks like it's on card. So
they all are.
Okay.
They all are. It's a license or the IP owner. It's a mandate, which is why I think one of the reasons why Black Diamond was so delayed.
Okay.
And Ray Fiennes is still on redemption.
Right.
So
it looks like a couple of the signers are sticker though on that set.
No.
Oh, they're not?
They're all on card.
Sorry,
which one are we talking about? Black Diamond?
No, this set.
No, this set. No, they're all on card.
All right, I'm gonna pull up. I looked at some. Some looked sticker to me, but you correct me if I'm wrong. But no, I liked my Q autograph, and I liked I think the Q Ben Whishaw is probably my favorite. But I pulled Rami Malek, my first pack of Rami Malek memorabilia card.
Oh yeah.
And I like the look, the black with the blue. It looks like blue foil, kind of on the outline.
It's kind of purpley, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't come across well on the scans.
I like the look of that, and then I pulled a.
God, I forgot he was in that movie. He was great in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I pulled a puzzle, one of the puzzle, not just another number.
Not just a number, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not just a number. One of the puzzle. It's horizontal puzzle with the dress girl, Ana de Armas.
Oh, Ana de Armas, yeah.
Yeah, which I watched some of the first Knives Out last night, and that's the first thing I had ever seen her in.
She's not seen any of the Knives Out movie. I really want to see them.
Yeah, they're up your alley. You should definitely see them.
The first one's really good. First one's really good.
There's a new one that just came out.
It just came out.
I was about to say that. Yeah, because they had Glenn Close on one of the chat shows over here pimping it the other night.
I mean, the first one's got your boy. It's got Daniel Craig.
They've all got Daniel Craig.
He's
central.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's the thing that everything else changes. It's like a new Benoit
Blanc. He's the Perot, basically, Agatha Christie type.
We should say that's Poirot, not Russ Perot, who once ran for president.
Twice.
Just in case there's any, yes. Twice ran for president. Just in
nice
case
job with the U.S. history there. How do you remember that?
I remember probably more than an Englishman should about U.S. history. No, I went for a period of getting really deep into 70s politics in America, like Watergate and all that sort of stuff.
Gotcha.
So I had H.R. Haldeman's book. I've got the David Frost, I Gave Them a Sword book. I've got, quite a few, quite a lot of the big studies, and books about it at the time. Yeah, I got really deep into that. Disturbingly so. Anyway, so No Time to Die is out on EPAC now. Go and buy some and then trade it to Jason and I. And what else can I tell you? I think that's it. I was going to say something that made me laugh about No Time to Die coming out on EPAC. I can't remember the details now, but there's one card that's mislabeled on EPAC. So it says it's one character and it's someone else. I can't remember which one it was now. I did share it in the chat. But it does make me laugh when you see that kind of thing. I mean, it's obviously just human error. It's not no biggie, but made me laugh. So I'm determined to see what it was now. Scrolly. There's loads of pictures of us sharing hits, Jason, in the chat. Which I'm sorry about that, Keith. Your phone must have been absolutely blowing up with pictures of this set. I can't find it. Who knows?
You're fine. I'm there for the enthusiasm, man. You guys can have fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. There is one thing I was going to say. EPAC over the last few months, of course, I've been less on it. I haven't bought as much on it since the end of March. Obviously, it's only the end of March that we lost the Marvel product on EPAC.
Wow,
it feels like longer.
It does feel like longer.
But that's what, 6 months, 7 months now. So.
Well, what was the last thing to hit it?
Well, the last thing to come out new. No, Masterpieces 92 Platinum.
Okay.
I think was one of the last ones.
I tell you, there's been a resurgence of 23, 24 hollows being posted from annual, and it makes me upset that there's not a 25, 26 annual.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
It made me sad.
Yeah, there's one fella posting it who got the Black Cat one off eBay before I had a chance to buy it. I've missed 3 of those now. But Matrix kept me busy over the summer, so I was deep in it. Yep, I was deep in it for a good.
And you did well.
I went deep, very deep in that one actually. Spent quite a bit. But yeah, no, I came away with that. I think I've got out of the 40 card base set, I think I've got one printing plate for 25 of them. So, that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm about, apart from the ones of ones, I think I'm about 3 cards away from a master.
I'm gonna piss my friends off real quick. There's a lot of noise around the Invincible cards.
Invincible. Now I've seen these being posted on.
I've
some of the groups.
They actually had those at GameStop, like packs, but I didn't buy any.
I've never read it.
Be continued. I'll talk about it a little bit more if they don't slit my throat in between broadcasts.
I'm curious your thoughts on it because I'm intrigued. I read a good chunk of the series and I've watched the Amazon.
Oh, the cartoon's fantastic, and the books have been the most popular thing at all the comic shows lately. The books have really blown the hell up.
Really? I know very little about it.
They've been some of the most
long-running comic
They've
series.
been some of the most popular books that you can get at a show nowadays. So the wave is kind of coming, is what people seem to think.
It was a good. I stopped after a certain point with the comic book series because it got to a point where I was kind of, but it was for a while there. It's really good.
Absolutely phenomenal.
And the show's good, and they've taken and done a little bit, kind of some different twist on the story. But it's good. It's good.
Have you watched the show at all, Ian?
No, I've got no idea about the world of Invincible.
I'm
aware of it as a property, but I've got no idea what the concept is, what it's supposed to be, anything like that. I don't really do animated stuff, though.
Okay, fine. Understood. Do you like The Boys? The show.
Is that a trick? Oh, I was going to say, is that a trick question? Yes, I like boys. I like boys. Yes.
Give me one
someone's gonna
episode.
sound
Watch
clip
the
that.
first episode of Invincible. You're going to spend 3/4 of the episode thinking, what the hell did Keith make me watch? And then the last 10 minutes, you're going to be like, oh, shit. Okay.
Okay. All right. What is it on Amazon?
Yes, it's on
Yes.
Prime.
Right. Okay. So I can actually get it. That's good.
And you'll rip through it because I think they're half-hour episodes, probably 22 minutes without
Okay.
commercials.
Well, that's good because my bus journey to work is about half an hour. So
Yeah.
for you, Keith, I'll do that rather than trodding through season 2 of For All Mankind on Apple TV.
Because
another good one. I like it.
Because Invincible is animated, it's not. Don't let your daughter watch it.
Oh yeah, don't think.
No,
yeah,
I'm not planning to. I'm not planning to.
Yeah.
No. I hear what you're saying. No, I had a feeling it was going to be for the grown-ups.
You're stalling out For All Mankind?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I find because I'd like to binge it more. That's the thing. So I find I keep stopping and starting, and it's not the show that's putting me off. It's the stopping starting. That's putting me off. I'm having to snatch like half an hour of an episode here, 20 minutes of an episode here. So it takes me like 3 or 4 chunks to get through an episode because I'm not watching it with the wife. We did just finish watching Task on HBO, which is fucking fantastic.
Very good.
Oh, is that
really
good?
There's Mayor of Easttown.
I'd heard it was
in the same universe.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's Kate Winslet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to check that out. No, honestly, there are bits of the last 2 episodes that had me and my wife bawling because it's just so well written.
Yeah.
So well written. Yeah. So anyway, that's the TV recommendations for this. What more could you want, people listening at home? I think we've peaked. On that note, thank you, Keith. Have a lovely day. Jason, have a wonderful day tomorrow. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to broadcast your shit all over the internet.
Yeah, please.
But I hope everything goes well. Good karma towards you. Until then, I'm going to finish with Daniel Craig.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Jason, what do we say at the end of this episode?
Shake and not stir. No, enjoy collecting.